Did someone say Football Manager? It has been a long while, but hello folks and welcome to episode 1 of the Saviour Cometh on Football Manager 2018. And it's been a long time. I absolutely recognise that. I haven't played FM. I checked the other day. I haven't played FM for over 3 weeks, but now we're back. Just a little bit of a disclaimer. This is FM Touch 2018. This is a challenge on FM Touch. FM Touch. See, I've had a month off and still can't do commentary. FM Touch 2018. And today we're going to be taking charge of West Brom, trying to get them to escape from relegation. There we go. West Brom are currently struggling to avoid the drop and will not emerge from the relegation zone in their next match, regardless of the result. So I bet you guys are all intrigued to see where we actually are in the league. Now, this is just a one-season challenge. Well, it's technically a half-season challenge. We've got 18 games to go, and we've got to try and pull West Brom out of this. We're 10 points adrift from Stoke in 17th place. Quite realistic down there, really. You know, you've got, apart from Everton, maybe. Who are the other team that are in there? It's Southampton, isn't it? Maybe swap it. Yeah, if you swap Everton with Southampton, it's quite representative. There's a few teams out of place, obviously, but it's not too bad all in all. West Brom at the bottom of the table, 10 points from these 20 games so far. Only 3 wins. A funny fact, I was having a quick check of this save beforehand, but they did actually win the first 2 games of the season, which left them second after 2 games. Then they won against Watford, so actually they had 10 points after the first 4 games, but haven't scored a point since, which is very, very frightening. It's been 112 days since they scored a point, and 133 days since they scored a point at home, which is absolutely scary as hell. We've got a game at the Hawthorns today against Watford, and then a game on New Year's Day against Huddersfield Town at the John Smith Stadium that's on the TV. So hopefully a bit of revenue, and also hopefully a win to please the fans. But it's been a while since I've done FM. I thought, you know what, let's do something that's a bit short term, and let's do a few of these challenges, mix things up on the channel with a few teams I've never played with before, but this should be exciting. 18 games, I feel like we've got a good squad. I feel like, it does shock me a little bit that West Brom are going to get down this season, because I think they've got a good squad. I mean, if we look at their squad now, you know, Ben Foster, top English goalkeeper, Johnny Evans, of course, been linked to Manchester City in the past, you know, Kieran Gibbs as well, of course, former Arsenal player, certainly not a bad player whatsoever. And then you've got the likes of Rondon. Let's not go into Daniel Sturridge. In fact, that's what we're going to do with Daniel Sturridge. Solomon Rondon, again, a brilliant player. You know, 8 games last term for West Brom and 9 games before. A consistent player, anyway. Hal Robson-Kanu, of course. A brilliant campaign after the it was the Euros, wasn't it, for Wales? And then he got he got released by Reading, didn't he? Which is a bit of a shock, but we've got him, which is a really good player. James McLean, he's actually transfer listed, but no, we're not going to transfer list him. He's a little bit of a controversial player, is James McLean, but regardless of that, we're going to keep him. Nasser Chadli as well, of course, former Tottenham player. I thought he was at Hull at one point, but maybe not. He's at Tottenham and he's come to us for 13 million, and he's a very good player, worth 26.5 million after all. Jay Rodriguez, another good player. He seems to be playing well in real life at the moment, of course, just moved from Southampton. James Morrison, Chris Brunt. Chris Brunt's been there for a long time. Jake Livermore as well, 28 years old, a good player. And then, of course, we've got Gareth Barry, the player who's just been a stalwart, really, in the Premier League for a long time. Of course, ex-Man City, Villa, and Brighton player. I didn't actually realise he played for Brighton at the start, but okay. But, of course, he's played for Everton as well, and now he's at West Brom after a £1 million move. Ahmed Agazi, he's not youthful, actually. I thought Agazi was about 19, 20, but I was wrong there. I think, is he on loan? No, they've actually bought him. Then Gareth McCauley and a few other players. We could probably strengthen the squad a little bit. And then Oliver Burke as well, who did play at RB Leipzig last year. He actually got bought by RB Leipzig. And then West Brom bought him, which is a bit of a peculiar move, but oh well. But we're going to be going straight into the first game today against Watford and then play the Huddersfield game. What I'm thinking of this series is going to be a Monday and Friday series. So it's going to be 6 PM on Monday and a Friday. And there's going to be a new series coming on Wednesday. It's also on FM. Which is going to be an interesting one. Something I saw the database for it a few days ago, and I thought, you know, let's give this one a crack. But we're going to do these 2 games today, and then probably come back for the Brighton and Swansea game. So not really interested about the Cup, and let's face it, the Man City game would probably like to get battered. But anyway, we're 6 hours away from our first game. Transfer update, we've got Sturridge on loan. We've got a few players out on loan. Injuries, oh no, recurring injuries. We've got no injuries in terms of at the moment, but we've got a few recurring injuries. Wage budget's too small to discuss club finances, and basically all we've got to try and do is avoid relegation. We've got 2.4 million to spend in the transfer window, so I feel that's a decent amount. Anyway, there you go. Pardew leaves West Brom, and there we go. So yeah, I'm fine. Actually, we will keep Jake Livermore as vice captain just to make sure the authenticity is remained. Of course, on FM Touch, there aren't any team talks, are there? So, going to be quite a hard task. Lecco's waiting on that. Yeah, I'm not really interested in that at the moment. And then we're just going to get straight onto the game against Watford. We're only an hour away now, so I might as well stick with it and not cut away whatsoever. And I hope you guys are good. It's been a really long while since I've done FM content, of course, going with the Retro Sunday stuff. But since then, I have not done anything at all. Now, we're going with the 4-2-2 formation. We'll just do a little bit of a quick pick, see what the assistant thinks we should go for. I'm quite happy with that. Macaulay maybe is a central defender on defend. Chris Bunt, I'm not quite sure about him at the central midfield position, so we'll put Gareth Barry there instead. Deep line playmaker defend, and then Livermore on a Calero position. And then Chadley as a inside forward. Rodriguez maybe as a poacher, and then Rondon as a target man. That looks all good to me. Let's go counter-attacking, and let's get into this first game against Watford. I think they're about 15th, 16th, I think, Watford. There we go, 15th place. So this is an easily, well, I'll say easily winnable. It's certainly not easily winnable whatsoever, but we can certainly go for it. So they're going standard and structured. A few good players in there, particularly Gerard Deulofeu. They're only playing one striker up front, which might actually help us out. I'll go with opposition instructions, though. John Carver, our assistant, I think that's brilliant. And then, let's go straight away for this one. So I think, yes, on FM Touch, weirdly, it does actually keep your settings, which the actual FM game doesn't particularly like to. But we're only 4 minutes in here, and we seem to have had quite a good start. Jake Livermore to Johnny Evans at the back. Over to Macaulay. Lovely ball to Matt Phillips. Matt Phillips into the box for Nasser Chadley. And it's in the goal. It's in the back of the net. Nasser Chadley scores from a Matt Phillips cross off the bar. Just change some of these settings. Get the league table in there. Just so we know where we are with all this. And that's quite an unexpected start. We've had a really good start there. Off to a fly. We haven't made any tactical changes in terms of the... Oh, I want to put replays on, actually. I want to see what happened there. Can we go back and have a look? No, I don't think we can. But anyway, we'll carry on. That'll probably be the only goal we get in the whole save. And Richarlison nearly scores a comeback goal for Watford very soon after. Let's just sort this out. Let's get everything how we like to do it. Preferably, actually, I'll have the league table up there. This is only going to be a bit of a fiddle for the first episode of this series. But here we go. We're 18 minutes in here, and we've already gained 3 points already off this first game. As it stands, of course, we're playing quite well. As I say, I've made no tactical changes, not fiddled with my 4-2-2 tactic at all. But Macaulay gets it out. Good ball from Macaulay. Not really good from the number 10, though. I think that's Rondon. Going to have to learn some of these players and what sort of numbers they have, because, of course, you know, I've done nothing with West Brom before. Yeah, it is Rondon, number 10. Rodriguez is number 19, and Rondon is number 10. Here we go, then, half an hour into the game. 1-0 up against Watford. This is a good start, to be fair. And it doesn't really say... Well, Watford have actually had 10 chances. It completely rebuffs what I was just about to say. I was going to say, oh, Watford aren't playing very well. You know, we're playing really well. Actually, they've had 63% possession. So they are mugging us a little bit here. But we're playing very well defensively, which is very nice to see. West Brom, particularly a defensive team. I did watch their game against Manchester United that they won the other week. I'm not going to comment on anything that happened against Liverpool the other day. But against Man United, they were just defensive and attacked at the right time. That's why they won. And Darren Moore seems to be doing very well for them as their interim manager. And I personally think he should get the job on a permanent basis. I mean, I haven't seen West Brom play as well as they have in the last few games. Sort of since maybe Pulis got sacked, because Alan Pardew did nothing for them. And Darren Moore's actually playing quite well with them. So why not? You know, Darren Moore's playing well, so give him the chance on a permanent basis as far as I'm concerned. We're 62 minutes in here. Not the most lively of games, admittedly. But Watford have now got an attack with Richarlison on the wing. And number 25 should be getting that Deeney in the box. But Kieran Gibbs has given away a penalty. Kieran Gibbs possibly actually doesn't get sent off. Luckily, he's on a yellow. Luckily, though, doesn't get another card to get himself sent off. Troy Deeney with a penalty then. And he's missed it. Troy Deeney hits the crossbar. What a disaster that is from Troy Deeney. Here we go. He hits it. And that is absolutely skied. He'd beat Ben Foster because Ben Foster had gone the other way. We need to make sure that we ease off the fouls a little bit. There we go. And actually, we need to make a few subs. Well, Kieran Gibbs is coming off because he's conceded a penalty and he has given away a yellow card. But the problem is we haven't got any left-backs on the bench. That's a bit annoying. We'll bring Robson Kanu on for Nasser Chadley. Chadley seems a little bit tired. We'll put him on as a winger. And we'll also bring James Morrison on for Jake Livermore. Jake Livermore's not had the best of games today. A little bit disappointing, but oh well. We'll just put some of these players back to supporting on defensive roles, just so we make sure that we keep hold this tight lead. We've got 1-0 because really it is all about momentum in FM. I feel, you know, if we go and win this one, then there's a possibility we can go and win against Huddersfield. That gives us 6 points. And the 10-point gap which we had all of a sudden shrinks down. That's a lovely attack. Rondon with the shot, and that's poor from Rondon. Straight to the hands of Gomez. Unfortunately, though, with this win, we are going to still be 10 points behind the relegation zone because Everton have won today, so that means that they gain 3 points less. And Stoke, basically, I've got a point, so Everton replace Stoke, but we could drop 2 points if we're not careful. Holovas on the ball to Pereira to Cleverly, and Tom Cleverly puts it in the back of the net, for Watford. We held the lead for a good 70 minutes there. We're going to have to go attacking. We held the lead for a good 70 minutes there, but our defence finally crumbled, and a good ball from Holovas to Pereira to Cleverly, and that is a good finish from the English midfielder. 14 minutes left in this game. Watford have had double the shots that we've had until we've just had a shot. Come on the Baggies. Let's see if we can do that. I've never said that in my life before. Come on the Baggies. No, no, no. But the gap now is only 10 points. It's typical, isn't it? As soon as we drop a point, so do Everton, but we surely can't drop 3 points, can we? Cleverly, Holovas, Evans, get it out now. Foster, good ball up. Can Rodriguez win the aerial battle? He certainly can. Rondon. Oh, that's a poor pass from Rondon. Not played well enough at all today. Gibbs is poor there, and Deeney has a shot, and it's in for Watford. Deary me, that's cost us the game, I think, there. Poor Rondon aerial move, but dearie me, have we got some stuff to work on with this team. We did well, to be fair, at the start of the game. I'm really happy with that, how we did at the start of the game, but boy, have we just given away this game and given away 3 whole points. A stupid pass on Rondon leaves it into Capoue, but Delafay, a lovely ball into Deeney, and that's quite poor, to be fair, from Ben Foster. And we have now dropped all 3 points, for which 20 minutes ago looked quite nice and quite likely for us to get. That's a real concern, and it doesn't look like we're going to get a goal back now, but oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We were in the lead for pretty much 70 minutes, and then we've just capitulated. Huge result for Watford, not so much a huge result for us, a disaster for us. Pardon me, but a disaster for us. But we have got Huddersfield in a few days that are in 16th place, so hopefully we can learn our lessons from this game and go and get something at the John Smith Stadium. Here we are then, ready for the game at the John Smith Stadium. Now, I just can't believe the lack of depth that West Brom have got. I mean, Kieran Gibbs, unfortunately, is suspended for this game for having too many yellow cards. So we've had to bring Robbie McCourt in from the reserve squad. He's never played a professional, well, not a professional game. He hasn't played a competitive Premier League game in his life. But he's the best left-back which we've got, which is a real concern, to be quite honest. Does that just say he's ineligible? I don't understand that. But oh well. We're playing, obviously, the 4-2-2, and I have done something I thought I'd never do. Jake Livermore starts. I don't know why Jake Livermore starts, actually. He had a bad game last time. But Daniel Sturridge starts. Rondon was rubbish in that last game, so I thought, you know what, we're going to have to start him. But apart from that, no other changes. Can we do something against Huddersfield? We've got to have that attacking mentality to go somewhere. But as we know, in the Premier League, Huddersfield are quite good at the back. They've recorded some good wins, to be fair, this season, particularly against Manchester United early on in the season. But they are flying in this version of the games. 53 points, 9 points ahead of Arsenal. Brighton, with a brilliant start to the league, 5th place. But not the same can be said for us. But it's really tight, actually. 22 points is what Stoke are on. And Chelsea are only 9 points ahead after 22 games in 7th place. Blimey. Crystal Palace in 6th as well. Matt Phillips is now injured. Don't quite know what's happened there. Injury, it's a potential foot injury, which could mean absolutely anything. Oliver Burke's going to come on, probably one of the most expensive signings for West Brom ever, I'm presuming, because I can't really remember West Brom spending that amount of money. But McCourt, there we go, with his first sort of play. Chadley into the box, gets it out there. McCourt again. Good ball in from McCourt, actually, there. But that's not Jamal Lowe, is it? No, it's not Jamal Lowe, ignore me. But Mooney now for Huddersfield to Sabiri. Sabiri to Williams. Should have really got that number 8. Kachunga into the box for Tom Ince, and it's a goal for Huddersfield. What did I say about momentum? If we'd have beat Watford, I can bet your bottom dollar we would have took the lead here against Huddersfield. But at the same time, we took the lead against Watford, so taking the lead clearly means absolutely nothing. Tom Ince gets the lead then for Huddersfield here at the John Smith Stadium. But it's a new year, 2018. It's a new year, so hopefully turn over a new leaf for this West Brom squad. Good ball from Burke to Sturridge. Can he put it into the box? Burke into Rodriguez. Daniel Sturridge with the assist, and Jay Rodriguez gets one back. Bang! And that is a goal. A point now for us, of course, after that good goal. Really good stuff from Dawson, Burke and Sturridge there. Good stuff from Burke, seeing the gap. Daniel Sturridge runs into it. Blind, that's the most running Daniel Sturridge has done all year, I think. Puts it into Jay Rodriguez, the star man up front, and he picks up another goal. And his third goal of the season, which doesn't sound brilliant, but, you know, considering how we've come into this, it's not too shabby at all. Smith then on the ball to Williams. Williams to Speary. To Moy now. Smith to Kachunga. It's bad stuff from Hook. Bad pass, really, but we should have got to that. Mooney. Good tackle from Macaulay Barry. Now, poor stuff from Sturridge. Livermore to Rodriguez. Up to Sturridge. He's through on goal. 1-on-1 with the Huddersfield goalkeeper, but Sturridge isn't tried it very cleanly. That's Daniel Sturridge for you, folks. Oh, dear, Sturridge. Dear, Daniel. Come on. Right, let's play a little bit more direct, because it feels like we're a bit sluggish, but we've had 6 shots so far, so really we should be taking those, well, I suppose, and taking those, not for granted, but, you know, taking some of those chances. Clearly, just what Huddersfield have done. They're now 2-1 up, and we have now conceded twice in this game against Huddersfield. A good corner, to be fair, from Huddersfield, but a disaster on our part. 32 minutes in here. Surely we cannot start this with 2 losses, but Chadley now with a free kick. Oh, to Lossell. Good stuff from Chadley. Lossell has to put it over the box. Clearly, it was a pretty hard free kick, so Lossell had to put it over his bar. But I'm just going to check we're recording the audio. I didn't check that before, but yeah, we are. Good. Jake Livermore. Oh, dear. He loses out to low, but it's a free kick now for us. Can we get another one? Is Chadley going to be on this one? He certainly is. Can he get a second bite at the cherry here? He puts it in, but not quite as good as that first free kick. A bit of a tricky angle, I suppose you could say there, but still not the best of free kicks whatsoever. We're 42 minutes in here, and we are going to end the half, I think, just as we went into it about 10 minutes in. And unfortunately, we are 2-1 down against Huddersfield. We're going to have to do something. I think we're going to have to... No, we're not going to make a substitution because we've already made one, so we don't want to be too silly in that regard. But let's go attacking, really. We've got nothing to lose now. We're going to lose this game else. And, you know, we're playing quite well. But Gareth Barry into the box for Rodriguez. It's a penalty for us. No. Daniel Sturridge is not taking the penalty. Jay Rodriguez is looking calm. But we're going to give it to Gareth Barry because Gareth Barry... This could be a disaster, or it might not be, but I think it should be okay. Gareth Barry is going to be Gareth Barry stepping up to take the penalty. Please score, or else I'm going to look like a right fool. Barry runs up, and it's in the back of the net. Cool, calm, and composed from the 36-year-old from Brighton originally, apparently. Blimey, I did not realise that. That's good from Gareth Barry. Brilliantly down the middle. Beats Jonas Lossell from Germany. And that is our second goal back into the game. Now, we should learn from our mistakes of the previous 2 times we've done it and take the lead here. Good ball from Sturridge, but doesn't really meet anyone. Aaron Moy. Oh, not the best pass, actually, so we can capitalise now. Craig Dawson. Back to Foster. A little bit stupid there. Foster, come on, get it out. Get it out of our half. We don't want it in our half at all. Foster, can we win the aerial battle? No, we can't. Gagolo. Back to Mooney. 23 should be getting that. Mooney shoots, and that's just wide. He beat Ben Foster, but he certainly had not beat the post there. Nearly 60 minutes in here at the John Smith Stadium. Can we get our first win in 18 games? It's going to be a frightening one. Our first win, I think, for about 140, 150 days, and that would really please the West Brom fans. In fact, a first point for about 130 days would be nice, but Sabiri, Chadley wins that one. Good stuff. Sturridge, can we get another assist? Not quite. Sturridge. That was blocked by Williams. Burke, good ball in. Zarka gets it out. Moy. Sabiri now. Now to Tommins. They're mugging us a little bit here. Oh, dear. It's through to Mooney. He's 1-on-1 with Ben Foster. And it's in the back of the net for Steve Mooney. And that's his second of the game. That's the 3rd time we have gone behind in this tie. It's been a disaster for us, to be quite honest, and a bit ashamed of this squad. We're doing quite well up front, but we're just not doing it at the back. And we're going to have to get back into this game for the 3rd time if we even want to get a point here. But Chadley with a good free kick, and that's just why. But I'll tell you what, Chadley's had too many chances now. Robson Carney can come on. Actually, we'll bring you on up front for Sturridge. And then McLean can come on in place of Sturridge. So effectively, Robson Carney comes on in place of Sturridge, and McLean comes on in place of Chadley. Is the long and short of that one. Come on then, 20 minutes to go here in this tie. Surely we can get something out of this. It'd be brilliant if we could. But we need to score a goal at least to get something out of this. Ben Foster with a good clearance. Is it going to be a good clearance? McLean wins. Kind of half and half. But Kachunga back to Aaron Moy. To Kachunga. To Williams. Through to Mooney. We can't afford to concede another one. Smith. Into the box. Tommins puts Huddersfield 4-2 up. And really, it makes our task even harder because now we're 14 points adrift with 16 games to go. Which isn't nice, which isn't good at all. We need to be winning some matches on. Our next game in the league against Manchester City is going to be one I'm fairly sure we won't win. So we've got to be making sure that we pick up points here. But it's not all over yet. You know, if we get a good run going, of course we've got transfers to make, etc, etc. We haven't got the biggest resources, fair enough. But it's going to be a challenge, it definitely is. We've really struggled defensively in these first two matches. You know, we've scored the goals. We've proved we're half decent up front, to be fair. We've done quite well, you know, 3 goals in the first 2 games, not too shabby, but we have conceded, 6. So, effectively, on aggregate, it's 6-3, which isn't too bad, but then isn't too brilliant either, and we haven't picked up any points, which is the most important thing, of course. It doesn't matter how many goals you score, it could be 6-6, or 0-0, but you only pick up a point, of course, because Kachunga is the box, and that was about to get silly. It was nearly 5-2. Philip Billing with a bit of a disaster there for Huddersfield. 5 minutes after extra time, then we're going to come away from this episode, I think, pretty much now, with 0-0 points, and that's a real disappointment. But we're going to be back on Friday. Let me know in the comments whether you think we can get any points from the games with Brighton and Swansea coming up in the next episode on Friday. But make sure you look at the sub box about 6 PM on Wednesday, because I've got a very exciting new series, which could be a disaster, or it could be terrible. Actually, Robin McCourt's played quite well today, so that's good for him. Huge result again for Huddersfield, but not so much for us. So if you guys have enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel if you are new, of course, for more Football Manager content. I know doesn't probably look the best. I haven't done it for a month, but I am back, I promise you now. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time on Friday, or whenever you decide to watch another one of my videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.